Mr. Wetherspoon had recently been appointed Master of the King's Music, and he was learning to play the organ.
What's the matter, Rubina? Exhausted? You'll have to get into training. Come on, Rubina. Once more. More pressure this time, or we'll be running out of air in the loud bits. Pressure up. Well done. It's beginning to sound quite pleasant. Oh, thank you, sire. I was playing a little number called Fairy Fingers, first tune in the instruction book. Good. Keep practicing, and I'll tell the Queen that you're ready to play for her. Goodbye. Ooh, that's a command performance. Come on, Rubina. Start pumping. Rubina, where are you?
Mr. Wetherspoon was rather pleased with his crop of cabbages, and he was very cross when he caught Pongo, the pet dragon, munching.
Pongo, you naughty boy. You leave those cabbages alone. I'm very cross with you. Very cross indeed.
Wetherspoon,
Morning.
I have a royal command for you.
Go ahead, Lord Chamberlain.
It is the command of His Majesty, King Rufus of Rubovia, that Albert Obadiah Wetherspoon, Master of the King's Music, does perform on an organ this afternoon in the front room. Long live the King.
Long live the King.
Good. Goodbye, Wetherspoon.
Goodbye, Lord Chamberlain. Now, Pongo, you behave yourself. I must get ready for my concert.
Pongo returned to his nibbling, but he didn't know that he was being watched.
Here, dragon. Come, dragon.
A man, looking like a Red Indian, but sounding very much like a Chinaman, held out his hand, which contained some seeds.
Here, dragon. Yum, yum.
Pongo sniffed at the seeds, then started to eat.
Very good, dragon. Very nice eating. Bye-bye, dragon.
Pongo, you're at the cabbages again. Don't let Mr. Wetherspoon catch you eating them, or there'll be trouble.
Good morning, Your Majesty. Nice day today. Very pleasant.
Oh, good morning.
You wanted any knives grinding? Chairs mending? Fortunes telling?
No, I don't think so. Thank you very much. Not today.
Me also, dragon doctor. Name Mcgregor.
A dragon doctor? Really? How very interesting.
Your dragon not well. Him look very sick.
Nonsense. Pongo's in excellent condition.
All right. But if you want Dragon Doctor, you call me. Good day.
Well, that was an odd character, thought the king. A red Indian with a Chinese accent called Mcgregor. Yes, odd. Very odd indeed.
Very good, Wetherspoon. Sounded very nice. Yes. Thank you, Your Majesty. You're all very kind.
Very good, Mr. Wetherspoon.
That was Buttercups and Daisies. As an encore, I will play it again. Puff up, Puss. Start pumping, Rubina. Ooh, that's very odd. I'm sorry, Your Majesties. I'll start again.
But before Rubina could pump up enough air, Pongo gave a loud honk and went on honking.
Why, it's Pongo. Poor Pongo. Rufus, do something. Pongo's ill.
Yes, my dear. What?
Call in the royal vet, of course.
Have we got a royal vet, Lord Chamberlain? No. There's always Wetherspoon.
No, we must have someone who knows what he's doing.
Oh, Your Majesty. I know. I'll call in the Dragon Doctor.
Who's that?
A man called Mcgregor. Dresses like a red Indian. Has a Chinese accent.
Sounds fishy to me. All right. Fetch him in. Straight away. Oh, poor Pongo.
Mcgregor.
Majesty?
We want you very quickly. Pongo's ill.
Very good.
Mcgregor was paid his 20 crowns, then he examined Pongo.
Examination now complete. Him got bad attack, Honkitis. Honkitis? What's that? Form of hiccups. Very prevalent among the laggards. Him eat too much cabbage, not enough turnip. Cabbage bad for the laggards, turnip good.
But Pongo won't eat turnips. Only cabbages.
Big problem. But me also magician. By magic we can make turnip look like cabbage. The lagan eat 'em up. The lagan cured. Service as magician, 20 crowns extra. It's a monstrous price, but we'll have to pay, Rufus. Me have magic box in garden. You'll be there in 5 minutes' time. Very good.
You know, I'm not so sure that I trust that man. He's a very odd character indeed.
Meanwhile, in his office, Mr. Wetherspoon was searching through his books. Perhaps this was the one.
It would come under D. Dragons are and are liable to keep in a clean, dry kennel and...
No, that wasn't the book. It must be another one. In the garden, Mcgregor stood beside a large box, holding a turnip in his hand. After parting with another 20 crowns, the king and queen watched anxiously. Pongo honked.
Here, honorable majesties, I have magic box, very empty. And here I have humble turnip, very good for dragons. I now place turnip in magic box and close door. Ambuloo, ambulay, turnip change to cabbage, olay. And humble turnip has changed into humble cabbage.
Amazing!
Now, although object closely resemble cabbage, him really turnip in disguise. Here, dragon. Come, dragon. Very nice cabbage.
He's certainly eating it.
Honkitis will be gone tomorrow.
Suddenly, Mr. Wetherspoon arrived.
I found it, your majesties. The book I've been looking for. I know why Pongo has hiccups. Someone gave him caraway seeds.
Mcgregor hastily climbed the nearest wall.
Very sorry. Must go now. Blessing business.
And in a flash, he was gone.
Caraway seeds, although harmless, should not be given to young dragons, as it gives them hiccups, usually lasting about 1 day.
But that Mcgregor man said it was because cabbages were bad for dragons.
Stuff! And turnips were good for dragons. Absolute twaddle.
And he changed a turnip into a cabbage in that box.
Trickery. You mean it's not a magic box? No secret door in the back. Quite simple to change a turnip for a cabbage. Ooh, then Pongo isn't ill at all. No, sire, he's as fit as a fiddle. And the hiccups have gone already.
Rufus, we've been taken in by that rogue. And you paid him 40 crowns.
Oh, you are a muggin, sire. That will be all, Wetherspoon. Fancy you being taken in like that. That's all, Wetherspoon. Good day, sire.
I feel a little tired, Rufus. I'm going to bed to rest. I think I'll take it easy for a day or two.
The king brightened. For a few days, Rubovia Castle would be peaceful. That alone was worth 40 crowns. In the garden of Rubovia Castle, the sun was shining and the birds were singing. Just the sort of day, thought the king, for sitting on a garden seat and quietly reading one's newspaper, in the company of one's favourite pet dragon.
Hello, Pongo. Nice day. Beautiful.
But the king wasn't going to have any peace. He had been seen by the queen.
Rufus, I must have a word with you.
A serious situation has developed since breakfast, and I'm very worried.
Really?
You remember that your cousin, King Boris of Borsovia, is coming to stay with us on Thursday night?
Oh, yes.
Well, Mr. Gelati of the Gelati String Quartet has hurt his finger in a mousetrap. We really must amuse Boris, so find something else.
Oh, my dear,
I want no excuses. Do something, Rufus. The king thought and thought, and thought and thought and thought. But no ideas came. The Lord Chamberlain arrived.
Ah, you're just the man I want.
Your Majesty?
The orchestra can't come, and we must think of something else.
The Chamberlain racked his brains.
How about a firework display?
The king shook his head.
No. The Queen wouldn't allow it. Remember the garden fete?
The Chamberlain certainly did remember.
Yes, sire. That Chinese cracker.
In the Queen's best hat. No fireworks.
Wetherspoon the gardener is court magician too.
Are you sure?
He could give a display of magic, sire. Just right.
What a good idea. Better give him a royal command.
Mr. Wetherspoon had many jobs to do in Rubovia Castle, but the most important one was head gardener. He was hoeing cabbages, and his cat, Rubina, was watching snails.
Wetherspoon?
Oh,
Yes, His Majesty has asked me to deliver this royal command to you.
oh.
It is the command of His Gracious Majesty, King Rufus of Rubovia, that Albert Obadiah Wetherspoon, court magician, does attend at the castle on Thursday to entertain the King of Borsovia with a display of magic. Long live the King!
Long live the King.
The old man was delighted. He had quite forgotten that one of his many official appointments was court magician.
Come on, Puss. Let's find my magic outfit.
Mr. Wetherspoon went straight up to his office and looked around. Then he started searching.
Now, where's my magic wand and hat? I can't find them.
But Rubina knew where they were. There was the hat, and the magic wand in its own special box.
Ah, this is an old friend. Haven't used it for years.
He decided to try it out immediately. He would make something rise in the air. That was always a good trick.
Ah, the tailor's dummy, the very thing. Witch's brew and camel's hair, abracadabra, rise in the air.
Something went wrong. It didn't rise in the air. It turned into a pot plant on a table.
Oh, my goodness, it's an aspidistra.
There was no doubt about it. The wand was worn out. He suddenly had an idea. A very useful book. 500 recipes for professional magicians. Chapter 4. How to revive worn-out wands. Just what he wanted.
Caroline, my dear, that was absolutely delicious,
said King Boris after the dinner on Thursday.
Hear, hear.
Mr. Wetherspoon had followed the recipe in his book, and his wand had been left to soak for as long as possible in a strange-smelling liquid. But there was one snag. After this treatment, the revived wand will do only 2 good spells, after which it will be quite unreliable. He must remember that.
Wetherspoon, start your show, please.
The audience was ready, and the performance began, with only one slight hitch.
Your Majesties, I am now going to perform 2 mystifying illusions, which I hope you will all find entertaining. I have here a tub of earth, a packet of seeds, and a magic wand. The seeds are sown. Orange grass and violet snow, seed take root and flower grow. Very good.
Splendid.
For my next trick, I will require the services of a member of the audience. There you are, Boris. Thank you, sire. And now, for my last trick. With the aid of my magic wand, I will raise King Boris up into the air, float him around, and lower him gently to the floor. Witch's brew and camel's hair, abracadabra, rise in the air.
Was working beautifully, but King Boris was beginning to feel a little sick and wanted it to stop.
Put King Boris down now, please.
But the court magician had gone quite pale. He had just realized that he had used up the 2 good spells. His wand was no longer reliable.
There! Put him down, Wetherspoon, please. But ma'am, I can't. At once, Wetherspoon. Now! Eye of toad and panther's paw, abracadabra, go down to the floor.
His Majesty, King Boris of Borsovia, had been turned into a pot plant.
What can we do, Rufus? I really can't imagine. Oh, just a minute. Well, I've seen this plant somewhere before. Where, Wetherspoon? Over at my office, sire. Then perhaps King Boris is in the office in its place. Oh! To the office!
The tailor's dummy had come back, but there was no sign of King Boris.
No, that isn't any help. What can we do, Rufus? Ooh. This is a crisis, Rufus. Your Majesty. Well, Wetherspoon, as the wand is unreliable, how about asking it to do something we don't want? Then it might do the right thing by mistake. Yes, it's worth trying. Things couldn't be worse. Snakes and ladders, Ludo, rummy, abracadabra, a tailor's dummy. Ah, there you are. Have a good flight. Most exciting. Did you enjoy it, Boris?
Fortunately, King Boris couldn't quite remember what had happened at the end of the trick, so he wasn't cross about being an aspidistra.
You know, I rather enjoyed that game.
Yes, great fun. You played your part beautifully. Didn't he, Rufus? Yes, indeed, my dear.
Ha 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 ha! Marvellous trick. Well done, Wetherspoon. A very good trick. Very good trick indeed.
But the court magician looked sadly at his wand. He had a feeling it wouldn't be needed for some time.